Hey there, Ken Hill here. Welcome back to another episode of GunsGearNFreedom. Today we're going to take a look at a couple of handguns here. One of them is an M&P 22 Magnum, and the other one is a Kel-Tec PMR-30, also chambered in 22 Magnum. Both of these firearms are in the 4-inch barrel class, and they are sporting two 30-round magazines, and we'll kind of go over them a little bit and show you the differences and similarities between the two. So let's kind of take a look at one of these at a time. The first one on the right is a Kel-Tec PMR-30 chambered in 22 Magnum. Has a 4-inch barrel and it comes with two 30-round magazines. Retails in the $450 range roughly. And on this particular handgun, take a look at it a little closer here. It has fiber sights, and they are very bright actually, and so they make for a really good sight picture. Another thing here is the slide up top is fairly lightweight, and it is also like shorter than maybe say the Smith Wesson on the right, which we'll show you here a little bit later. But this firearm is made by Kel-Tec, and it is actually, or it has been, the go-to for many people when they're looking to get a 22 Winchester Magnum rifle, basically chambered pistol. And let me see if I can set that up so you guys can see it a little better. On this gun, it does have safety, thumb safety right there, real easy to manipulate it, and kind of do like that. It's really nice. This gun does feel good in my hands. I kind of have bigger, thicker hands, but the gun does feel really good in the hands. Do have some kind of design on the handle, which if my hands are sweaty, which they are right now, I don't know, it's holding pretty well, so I don't really see anything wrong with that. It's got a Picatinny rail on the bottom where you can mount flashlights, lasers, that kind of thing if you're into that. But overall, this is Kel-Tec PMR-30, and it is quite an interesting looking pistol. We'll move on over to the Smith Wesson 22 Magnum pistol next. This pistol, made by Smith Wesson, is their military and police line, and it is chambered in 22 Winchester Magnum. And let's see here, I should have took the magazine out on the other one to compare it. We will here in just a second. I do believe this one is 30 rounds, and they did some stippling on the grip really, and it feels really good in my hand even when I'm sweaty. I mean, I feel like I get a good purchase on this. Might be a little bit, so the grip on this might be slightly wider maybe than the Kel-Tec, but they're really similar. The only thing is this has a lot more traction in the grip area with the stippling, which I really like that. Also, this gun does have a Picatinny rail on it, so again, you can mount lasers and flashlights just the same as you could on the Kel-Tec. And this gun, however, it has a front fiber sight, as you can see, but the rear does not. So this is going to be a preference thing for you guys when you go to purchase one or the other. Basically, you're going to have to choose whether you like just having the one, or if you like having a whole set. And so personally, I kind of like the whole set, and I'd almost rather have the whole set on this gun. So I don't know, but that's just me. So going back to the Smith & Wesson, it does also have a thumb looking like safety there. Fairly easy to manipulate one-handed, and slide release and all that stuff, super easy to manipulate. Totally a nice piece there by Smith & Wesson. So another comparison between the two firearms is the mag release on these. On Smith & Wesson, the mag release is obviously traditionally right here. You just pop it, mag drops out. Pretty standard on a lot of firearms. Now on the Kel-Tec, however, it's a little different. So it is actually down here at the bottom of the grip. So basically a button to push, release it. For me, I've trained with handguns to have my release up here, so I'm not used to the Kel-Tec having it down here. That might be a problem for some people if they're used to that style versus this style. But some people might actually like this. It might come out a lot faster for them. But for me, that's kind of one difference that I'm not real sure about, other than I would prefer if it had the one for the thumb up by the trigger guard, which is just something I've trained with in my whole life. It's kind of a personal preference, nothing against the gun itself. So those really are some of the differences and similarities. I mean, they both have almost the same identical profile. And another big thing to talk about here on these is on the top of the Kel-Tec, you have a couple of bolts that if you take those apart to mount like a optic system on there, you're going to end up having the gun fall apart on you, versus the Smith Wesson. And if you take those screws out, you can actually mount an optic system on this. So that's kind of a big bonus on this, and actually this gun costs just a little more than the Kel-Tec because of that. So something to keep in mind if you're wanting to mount an optic system on there. Kind of a nice thing to have, actually. But yeah, those are kind of the differences between the two. If you guys find yourself in the market for one of these, and if you're local in the area, check out Snake River Arms, and you can also check them out online, www.snakeriverarms.com. They definitely have a couple in stock. And this one here retails, the Smith & Wesson retails around $580, and the Kel-Tec retails around $450, $460, right in that area. Thanks for joining me again today. And if you guys like my videos, please like, subscribe, and share. And be sure to share me around on social media like Facebook and Twitter. It really helps me get the word out that we do videos like this, and helps other people find our content. So if you could do that, it would really help. Leave us a comment down in the comment section, and a thumbs up if you could here on YouTube. And as always, thanks for watching. Have a good one.